Namaskar, friends. When the sunrise of 5th March is going to happen, I am recording this video relating to Third World War. The war between Russia and Ukraine has already reached a stage. And this video, I am not going to make any prediction because the prediction I had made 2 years back, based on the most deep and most extensive research in astrology, has come true. It is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. 2 years back, when Saturn was moving from Sagittarius to Capricorn on 25th January 2020, suddenly something came to in my mind that something very big and fortunate for the humanity is going to happen in the 1 or 2 years to come. And when I shared with my students my apprehension, they said, no, my master, my teacher, don't go into that league. What did they mean? Actually, every year a lot of astrologers make false claims that doomsday has come, the calamity, big calamity may come based on this planetary movement, this planetary movement, that planetary movement. And it sometimes something happens, then they start to beat their drum. Oh, I had predicted like this. Gentlemen, you were predicted for the doomsday, that world will go out. A simple incidents are happening. So my students said, please Guruji, my teacher, don't go into that league of astrologers who don't know anything but make big claims. But I was not going into that league. I was very serious, very serious. And I started to make biggest research in the history of astrology. I tabulated all the wars happened in the last 120 years. And after researching the astrological parameters, I put up the most extensive research video on the astrology on 11th May 2020. If you haven't seen that video and you are interested in astrology, you should certainly see that video. You should certainly see that. In that video, I had said that seeds of the Third World War have been sown at any time within a year or two, Third World War may happen. The big claim. And I pleaded all the leaders of the on this earth to stop if they can. The first parameter I created on the basis of history of wars in the last 120 years. The second parameter. I took 100 years of period from 1945 to 2044. Why 1945? Because in the 1945, Second World War has ended. And what did I do? I calculated all these 100 years starting moment as per Hindu astrology, as per Vedic astrology. And let me inform you, the day on which the year starts, the Lord of that day is considered king of that year. And in the same year, when sun starts its journey at 00 degree in the Aries sign, the day Lord of that day is considered chief minister or prime minister of that year. And based on the day, the king as prime minister is chosen. Sometimes it is sun, sometimes the moon, sometimes Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. Any planet may become king or may become prime minister. And as per Vedic astrology and as well as per Western astrology, Mars is the planet of war. Mars is the planet of war. And believe me, you will be claim to listen that out of 100 years, out of all the 100 years, in only 1 year, Mars was the king as well as prime minister. In all the other 99 years, it never happened. Other planets were prime minister or king. Only 1 year, Mars was king as well as prime minister. And if you have guessed, it's wonderful. Otherwise, let me tell you, the year which started on 13th April 2021 and is going to end on 1st April 2022, Mars is king as well as the prime minister. Mars, the planet of war, is king as well as prime minister. So we zeroed on more. So Third World War, if it is going to happen, will start between 13th April 2021 to 1st April 2022. Then I did more research, started to explore a lot of books. Then I find very interesting verse in the book Brihad Samhita by the great learned Varamihir, written in Sanskrit much years back. And the 38th verse or sloka of the 9th chapter, which is related to movement of Venus, it says that Eda Sita Jiv Budhara Surja Sitas Sarve Grapathanuvartina Ninag Vidya Dhar Sangarastada Bhavanti Vatas Samchitantaka. It says that when Jupiter, Mercury, Mars and Saturn are moving ahead of Venus, then big war between different type of living being happens. And the war is such a big extent that even mountains and biggest buildings get collapsed. Why did I choose this particular sloka or verse? Because it says that different types of living beings will struggle, will come into war. It will not happen in a particular country or neighboring country. All the living beings on this earth will start war at the biggest level. And this phenomena that Jupiter, Mercury, Mars and Saturn being ahead of Venus, when it is going to happen between 16th February 2022 to 6th March 2022. So first we zeroed on from 13th April 2021 to 1st April 2022. Now we have restricted this space to only 20 days, 16th February 2022 to 6th March 2022. So Third World War is going to start between this period only. These three parameters, with the help of these three parameters, the exact date of starting Third World War may be calculated. Then some other parameters also we may use. Another parameter of the coming of Mars as well as Saturn in the same zodiac sign. Mars, Saturn are remain in contrast to each other, and they create a lot of struggle when they come near to each other. But they come every year near to each other, and so Third World War doesn't happen every year. Many astrologers claiming that this war is happening due to Mars and Saturn being in the same zodiac sign. But it is not true. It is only a minor contributing factor. As I told you, it happens every year. But when it is happening this year, between 26th February to 7th April 2022. So if you are taking all these things together, so ideally the war should start around 26th February. One more factor which a lot of astrologers are beating the drum, that Panchagrahi Yoga. means combination of 5 planets in one zodiac sign. But believe me, it is a very minor contributing factor because this combination happens every year. Every year it happens. This is not very important. Only first 3 parameters are most important for starting Third World War. And at the cost of being very egoistic, but I want to boast this. No one did this type of extensive research for pointing out Third World War. No one tabulated data of 120 years of the war. No one prepared Panchang of 100 years. No one pointed out this sloka. You can see all the YouTube, all the articles on Third World War. No one did like this. But when this prediction has come true 100%, what is my motive to present these facts before you? Just I want to prove that the science of astrology is the biggest science. Being a serious follower of this science, having spent decades teaching as well as practicing this wonderful science, just it is my heart, the feeling, the wish coming from the core of my heart that the world should accept this fact that science, astrology, as is spoken in the Vedas, it is the eyes of the Vedas. Chachu, it is the eye. And this is the most reliable science. Probably you are ready to do such an extensive research to see the events. And no one did such type of research. Only one person, that's me. Yes, I may be rude, but I want to claim this. No one did this. Just check. If anyone can counter my claim, I will be grateful to him. But it was not to prove my intelligence, my IQ, but to prove the veracity of the astrology, dependability of the astrology, authenticity of the astrology. And I have proved this. And with this, we need the science of astrology, need your support. I am ending this video. I am Acharya Kalki Krishnan from AstroDevam.com.